all lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. I gather that. I value that. I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it.
Remember when you used to look up to celebs for speaking out on issues? Yeah, me too, but Katt Williams just showed us why we might need to rethink that admiration. Let's talk about why Katt's words hit home for so many of us. If you've ever felt like something was off about Hollywood's brand of activism, you're not alone, and you're about to find out why.
This is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey wasn't never homeless, right? But he's telling you something no one's ever heard of. Nobody has ever heard, because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
So Katt Williams just went off and everyone's losing it. He didn't just ruffle a few feathers. He straight up plucked the whole chicken coop. You know how Katt is, right? Always been a wild one, but this time he cranked it up to 11. Let's break it down. Katt didn't just pick on one or two celebs. Nah, he took a flamethrower to the entire Hollywood sign. We're talking A-listers, B-listers, even the folks who just deliver coffee on set. Nobody was safe from Katt's verbal assault. Remember when comedians used to just crack jokes about airline food and bad drivers? Not Katt. He's out here spilling more tea than the Boston Harbor and bridges. He's burning them faster than a California wildfire. But here's the kicker. A lot of what Katt's saying, it lines up with whispers we've been hearing for years. You know, those rumors that make you go no way, but deep down you're thinking, yeah, that tracks. How much of it is true? Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And get this, Katt's not even close to done. He's just warming up like a boxer in the first round. You can almost hear him saying, "Oh, you thought that was bad. Watch this."
If I didn't know no better, I'd tell you he's the greatest. I don't care what you say. The Chris Tucker that we got now is Epstein Island Chris Tucker, not Smokey. Oh, Lord.
So what's got everyone's panties in a twist? Katt went after the whole woke culture in Hollywood. He's calling out celebs for being fake allies, for jumping on bandwagons faster than a desperate groupie. He's saying these folks are more concerned with looking good than doing good. But hold up, because we're about to dive into why this matters more than you think. It's not just about some comedian running his mouth. Nah, this is about pulling back the curtain on an entire industry. Katt's not just telling jokes. He's dropping truth bombs that could shake Hollywood to its core. And sure, some folks are gonna be mad. They'll say Katt's just bitter, that he's looking for attention. But ask yourself this, if it was all BS, why are so many people sweating? Why are publicists working overtime? Maybe, just maybe, Katt's onto something here. And that, my friends, is why we need to pay attention.
There being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show.
Ever wonder why some no-talent hacks become overnight sensations in Hollywood? Katt Williams is spilling the tea, and it's hotter than a summer day in LA. He's not just talking about who you know anymore. Nah, it's about who you're willing to bow down to. And let me tell you, it ain't pretty. Katt's painting a picture of Tinseltown that's darker than the back alley of a seedy nightclub. He's talking secret clubs, backroom deals, and careers built on more lies than a politician's campaign speech. You think your fave celeb got there on talent alone? Katt's laughing his ass off at your naivety. Let's get real for a second. Katt's dropping names like they're hot potatoes, and some of these stories, they actually check out. He's talking about big shots like Sean Diddy Combs and Harvey Weinstein. You know, the guys who supposedly make or break careers. Katt says going to their parties is like making a deal with the devil. You might get famous, but at what cost? Here's the kicker. Katt's not just running his mouth. He's got personal experience with this stuff. He says Weinstein once made a move on him. Yeah, you heard that right. The same Weinstein who's now rotting in jail for being a creep. It's not just about casting couches anymore. It's about a whole system of power and control. And don't even get me started on the whole woke culture in Hollywood. Katt's calling BS on all of it. He says these celebs are more concerned with looking good than doing good. They'll post a black square on Instagram, but won't lift a finger to actually help anyone. It's all about image, baby.
Why do you think Gary Owen can't cross over and he already white and been in comedy for 25 years? if what I say ain't the case. He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast. Do you know what the #1 job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job.
But here's the thing, Katt's not just another bitter has-been. He's been in the game for decades. He knows where the bodies are buried, metaphorically speaking, and he's not afraid to dig them up and wave them in our faces. So next time you see your favorite celeb preaching about social justice on Twitter, remember what Katt said. Ask yourself, are they really about that life, or are they just trying to keep their spot on the A-list? Because according to Katt, Hollywood's dirtier than a truck stop bathroom, and the only thing woke about it is how woke they pretend to be. So Katt Williams dropped his truth bombs on Hollywood, and guess what? Not everyone's laughing. Some folks are straight up fuming. It's like he poked a hornet's nest with a stick, and now the whole internet's buzzing. Katt knew he was lighting a fire, but did he expect this much heat? Social media is blowing up like a firecracker factory. Some people are writing hard for Katt, saying he's speaking truth to power. Others, they want him canceled faster than you can say problematic. You'd think celebs would just ignore him and hope he goes away, right? Wrong. Turns out, Katt hit a nerve so raw, it's got them squirming like they're sitting on thumbtacks. Some are firing back, others are suspiciously quiet. But here's the real question. Why are they so scared of one comedian telling jokes? One viewer wasn't having it with Katt's take on slavery. They went off on Twitter saying, Katt Williams saying that our great-great-grandmas stopped slavery with they vaginas, as if our ancestors wasn't getting reaped by slave masters? It wasn't a choice, WTF? Ouch. Guess not everyone's on board with Katt's brand of humor. But here's the kicker. All this drama, it's exactly what Katt wanted. You think he cares about burning bridges? Nah, he's trying to burn the whole system down. It's like he's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. So why are some people so mad at Katt for speaking up? Maybe because he's saying the quiet part out loud. He's airing Hollywood's dirty laundry, and some folks don't like the smell. But isn't that what comedians are supposed to do? Push buttons, make us think?
Like, no, not they offered him 50 million and he turned it down. Who gonna turn down 50 million? And until you understand what happened to the dude, you don't understand what happened.
Katt's not the first comic to stir up trouble. Guys like Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock have been there, done that. But Katt? He's taking it to a whole new level. He's not just poking the bear, he's slapping it in the face and calling its mama ugly. And yeah, some people are gonna be offended, but just cause you're offended doesn't mean you're right. Offense is about feelings, and feelings are personal. Some people are offended by equality, so what? You can't please everyone, and Katt sure as hell ain't trying to. Hold on to your seats, cause we're about to see why Katt's different from other comedians. He's not just here to make you laugh, he's here to make you think. And maybe, just maybe, that's exactly what we need right now. Katt Williams ain't just another shock jock comedian. He's more like a ticking time bomb in a fancy suit. Everyone's wondering if he's lost his marbles, but what if there's a method to his madness? What if Katt knows something about Hollywood that we don't? Look, Katt's been in this game for decades. He's seen it all, done it all, and probably regretted half of it. But he's still here, still swinging. While other comics are playing it safe, tiptoeing around sensitive topics like they're walking on eggshells, Katt's out here stomping on them with steel-toed boots. Why is he going for the jugular? Cause in a world where everything's sanitized, where celebs have teams of PR people telling them what to tweet, Katt's raw truth hits like a slap in the face. And maybe that's what we need right now. Someone to wake us up from this celebrity worship coma we've been in. Or Katt ain't just trying to make you laugh, he's trying to make you think. He's calling out these so-called woke celebs who gain fame through platforms like Joe Rogan's podcast. Katt says these folks are more about popularity than talent. He thinks it's messing up comedy, where being original and skilled should matter more than being famous. You know what makes Katt different? He's what they call a phone book comic. He doesn't need fancy jokes or scripted bits. His energy, his delivery, that's what makes him Katt. Some folks say his newer stuff isn't as good, that he's relying too much on his personality, but maybe that's the point. Maybe he's showing us that being real is more important than being polished. And yeah, Katt's burning bridges left and right, but he doesn't care. He says, I tried to be incognito, but everybody knows I'll tell. That's Katt speak for, I'm gonna tell the truth no matter what. He's not here to make friends or win popularity contests. He's here to speak his mind, even if it means getting sidelined by the industry. Katt's proud of sticking to his guns.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, but you know, some of these people...
Martin tried to put me in my first dress 4 times, just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right.
He once said, I've walked away from millions of dollars to keep my integrity intact. That's not just talk, that's walking the walk. In a world where everyone's trying to be liked, Katt's okay with being hated as long as he's being honest. But before you make up your mind about Katt, there's one more thing you need to know. This ain't just about comedy. It's about challenging the system, making us question what we think we know. And in a world full of yes men and sellouts, maybe that's exactly what we need. So here's the deal with Katt Williams. He's not just some guy cracking jokes. Nah, he's like a mirror showing us all the ugly stuff about Hollywood and ourselves we'd rather not see. And you know what? That's exactly what we need right now. Think about it. In a world where everyone's trying to be politically correct, Katt's out here saying what everyone's thinking but scared to say. He's calling out the fake woke culture, the Hollywood hypocrisy, all of it. And sure, some people are gonna be mad, but that's kind of the point, isn't it? You don't have to like Katt. Hell, you can hate his guts if you want, but you can't ignore him. He's making us think, making us question stuff. And in a world full of yes men and sellouts, that's pretty damn important. So next time you're watching Katt and laughing your ass off, ask yourself, what's the truth behind that joke? Because I guarantee you there's more to it than just a punchline. Katt's not just trying to make you laugh, he's trying to wake you up.